Hello everyone! Yet another video by Mua. That was weird. I don't know why I did that. So this week I'm going to be talking about my experience at VidCon. It was my very first VidCon this year, and I have my shirt that says VidCon 8th Annual. And I really love this shirt because it's my two favorite colors. It was only $5, so I was like, why not? So it was my first VidCon ever. I started a YouTube last year, but I only posted 2 videos. So and then I had a huge break because I kept being like, I want to film videos, but I don't have time, and I don't like to film in front of other people, and I'm always with my family, and so everything just got in the way. But then I started making videos again. I made 2 videos before I went to VidCon, and then I was like, I'm just gonna go. My sister wants to make a beauty YouTube, also a Korean beauty, so I was like, Kirsten, here's your birthday present, we're just gonna go together, see what it's like, see what we need to do for these videos. It'll help us motivate ourselves. So I got us creator passes, and we went off to VidCon. We flew Spirit for the first time, which was interesting because on Spirit Airlines, you either have to get a bag that's about this size for underneath your seat, or you have to pay, which is obnoxious. So we decided to just pay for a checked bag, and we shared a bag because you really don't need that much stuff for 3 days. So that's how it started. And we get there and we go check into our hotel. Well, first we take the Disney bus to get there. We get to our hotel, which we stayed at 2 different hotels. Our first one was Worldmark. I don't remember. I think there's 2 Worldmarks there, but we stayed at one of them. It was 4 blocks away from the convention center, I think. And our dad got it for us because he has this thing he does for rooms. I don't know. He did it. And we get there, and I was so angry. So we get there and we're like, can we check in? I think it was 1 o'clock. Check-in was technically 3 at this point. And she was like, oh, just we'll check you in, but you can't have your room yet, it's not cleaned. And we were like, that's fine, we want to go get food anyways. And she's like, I'll call you when it's ready. And I think she said it was probably going to be 30 minutes. And we're like, okay, that sounds good. We're going to go down to the gas station or store and get some food. So we leave our bags there, we head out, we go to the gas station, we get there, we get our food. I only get a protein bar or something because we're just going to order pizza because we classy ladies. And we get back, it's probably been 30 minutes, she still hasn't called us, and we go up to the desk, and we're like, is the room ready? And she was like, no, it's still getting clean. So we sit down, we're sitting for I think an hour. At this point I'm hungry, and I want to get in my room and change so we can go get our passes, and it's still not ready. I think we didn't get our room until 3:30, 4? No, 4, at least 4. And before she even said our room was ready, we asked again, and she was like, it's still getting done. And we were like, and the thing that really ticked me off is that people were checking in, adults were checking in while we were there. And I'm like, is this a young people prejudice thing or something? You're gonna give them their room before you give us our room? And it was just angering me. And it was just angering me a lot. The booktube area. The booktube area. So this year was a community area. Worst thing in my life, so I leave early to get there. My sister is with me because I went to all her stuff. She's gonna go to all her stuff with me. We get there, and we're like, where is the stage? It was oh, I don't even remember the name of it. But this stage, we go back to the area that says it's in, and we're like, where is it, where is it, where is it? And finally we find it in the darkest corner of the whole area. And if you've seen other booktubers things, they said it took them forever also. Find it, but finally we find it. I walk over and I see all the other famous booktube people, and I'm like, I want to talk to you, but I can't because I feel awkward. And so me and my sister sit down on the opposite side, and the booktubers come out, and I think the panel was Jessie, my name is Marinas, I think her name is, A Book Utopia, which is Sasha Alsberg, Fallen Banana Books, which is Christine Riccio, and then Arielle Bissett. I'm not sure what her YouTube name is. Is it just Arielle Bissett? I don't know. But they were on the panel and they talked about all the things like how booktubing is seen as like a lowly type of thing on the totem pole at VidCon, whereas at like BEA and BookCon, like booktube is awesome because everyone there loves books, and like how they started, what they did, things they do on their channels, and like Sasha talked about like her new upcoming book, and Christine talked about how she's writing a book, and it was all really interesting because I've never seen them in person. I've only seen their YouTube videos, and like some of them are like what made me want to make a YouTube, and I was like, that's really cool to see them in person. And then the next panel I went to, we went to this thing, it was How to YouTube 101, I think it was what it was called, and it was the worst thing in my life. This guy, he works for Hank and John Green, and literally the whole time he talked about himself. Yeah, all he said all the time was like, when he's not talking about himself, he's like, oh, just work with what you got, work with what you got, work with what you got, work with what you got. And I'm like, we just want to know what you got. Like, what do you use? What can make the best best YouTube videos? Like, how? But he just talked about himself the whole time. And I felt like it was in college again, where you're like in a class and you want to leave because you're in the wrong class or something, but you can't because you'll be that one awkward student leaving and all the other people will watch you. And like even the professor sometimes is like, why are you leaving? And I'm like, I don't want to be here, but I have to. So yeah, that was good. And then the next one was my sister went to a sex YouTube area, and I was like, go to this other one. So I went to one that was Christine Riccio, Fallen Banana Books, was the moderator, and it was about people who rate things. So like Arielle Bissett was there because she rates books. There was someone who rates TV shows and movies. There was someone who rates food. There was someone who rates music, and there was something else. I don't remember the last person. And it was really interesting to watch. It was like how Arielle like talks about, I don't know if I'm saying her name. Is it Ariel? I'm not sure. I think it's Ariel. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. And they talked about, like she would talk about how she doesn't like to give books like number out of 5 stars anymore because it was just really hard to constantly be doing that. And like for me, it's hard for me because like I want to always give a book a 4 out of 5 usually, because even if it's a bad book, just because I feel bad as a person rating that bad, if the author's going to see that, and then they'll feel bad, because if I was an author, I would not want to see a bad rating and I would be sad, so I don't like to do that. But now what I do with my book reviews is that I'll say like what I think about it, what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it, but I won't say like a rating because I can't do it. It's just really hard. So she thought that too, and it was really nice to know that. And then there was like the food guy. He was so funny. He would go on to random stories, and I just loved him. I started following him on YouTube because he was literally the funniest person I have ever met. But another note on that panel, I saw this in a booktuber's vlog, and I totally agree with it that there was one girl who was the booktube on the whole panel. I mean, like Christine was there, but she was the moderator. All she does is ask them questions. That's like all she gets. But one girl, are you serious? Like, there are girls who rate things besides books. I'm like, get a little more ratio, but whatever, it doesn't matter. They got who they could, the best of the best. Another thing I liked about it is when I went to a beauty panel, I don't really follow that many beauty people. Like, I think the only person I really follow is like Nikki Tutorials, and one of the people on her panels was, what was her name? Candy Johnson. Oh my god, I love this girl. She is so real and so honest about everything. Like, she even said in her panel, I think, like, I don't like people who are fake. I don't want to be a fake person. I want to be as real with you guys as I can. And she says, like, you can only make so many, like, basic videos, like, cut crease and certain things like that with your makeup, but eventually, like, after 200 videos, you gotta move on. So, like, she does really cool things, like, recently she transformed herself into, like, Christina Aguilera. She's done, like, Wonder Woman, Katy Perry, and, like, things like that, and I'm like, that honestly is so cool. Like, back when I was younger, I liked Michelle Phan, I think was her name. She was, like, a huge beauty tuber when I was in middle school, I think, and she was known for, like, doing a lot of Halloween looks, like vampires and stuff, and I just really liked it. And yeah, those were probably the best parts of my trip. Oh, and after the panel that Christine moderated, I think it was called, like, 5 Star or something like that. I don't really remember. But after it, the booktubers were there, and I went over to Tasha from Tashaopolis, and I was like, "Are you Tasha?" And she was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "I love your videos!" And I'm the most awkward person ever. I'm so awkward when I meet new people. And it was very interesting, and she hugged me, and I was like, "Have a nice day!" And I walked out. So, Tasha ever sees this, sorry, I was so awkward. So, yeah, it was very fun. Oh, and then last day, Disney Day, I was so excited. I haven't been to Disneyland since I was, like, second or third grade, I think. And I was really excited because I haven't been. And I get there, and the lines are so long. When I used to go when I was younger, my parents would always take us, because we were in elementary school, and sometimes we were homeschooled. I was homeschooled for kindergarten, and before that, obviously, I didn't go to school. My parents would always take us on days where it was a weekday during school, and sometimes it was even rainy, so we had no lines ever. So this was such a new experience. So my camera died when I was filming my video, so I need to finish it now. Excuse the really messy hair and this. But I was saying it was a whole new experience for me because I've never been to Disneyland when it's busy, and it was just so much at once. And I also had super sore feet from walking in the convention center for like 3 days straight. So I think we decided to go back around like 5 o'clock, and we went and had some sake in our bedroom because we're classy ladies. And then the next day we went home. But it was a really good experience. It helped me, like, see what other booktubers do so I can actually start my channel and start making a lot of videos. But it's hard because, like, I want to go again and go to, like, book conventions and stuff, but the hotels and travel is so expensive if you're going by yourself, because I don't really have any booktuber friends yet, so I have no one to, like, share a hotel with and go with unless it's my sister, but she's beauty, so the only thing we can go to together is VidCon, and still that's only like 2 of us, so it's really expensive. So yeah, that's fun. But I think that's all for this video. Please go follow me on Twitter and Insta, and subscribe, and like my video, and comment. And I'll see you next time. Bye!